Hey resellers, are some of your platforms slower than others right now? I did some research and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I am seeing because I don't want you to think it's just you. This is happening across platforms and I want to talk about it. So here's what's going on right now from what I can see. Some resellers are saying vintage sales are slowing down. I could attest to that. I've had none. And I was getting a few here and there. Items that used to move quickly are just sitting there. And that's the truth. I even, when I first started, bought some special things for there that I knew were selling. And they're selling slow now compared to just 2 months ago. Now, at the same time, I'm hearing many resellers saying how eBay is quietly picking back up again, but it's slowed down a lot. Now, I'm not on eBay except for a few things, but I'm really not on eBay. My fear is that if people want to return things, like if someone's going to buy a dress, let's say, if I was still doing clothing and they bought 3 to see which one looks better, I'm going to get 2 back. And in my small business, I really can't afford to do that because I won't really know how much money I have. So that's a little bit difficult. Now, on top of that, platforms are adding tools to make listings easier and faster on the actual platforms. So here's the strange part. Even though it's easier to list, a lot of people are making less sales. And I've been feeling it too. I got my closet back yesterday, but I'm just really feeling it all around. I had one of those moments recently where I looked at my closet and thought, why is nothing moving? I call Vinted a closet too, and maybe they're a store. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but I don't have bad brands. I don't have bad items, and things that used to sell even within a month or 2 aren't selling. And it kind of hits you in a weird way, like, is it me? Now, I know the things that aren't selling for a long time are just not made for my closets. That I get. But there are things that now I'm starting to think, am I doing something wrong? And I know I'm not, but you just start, I don't know, like rethinking things in your head when so much of this is happening. You know, you always hear about the summer slowdown. Normally, it's good up until then. Or now, March is when I used to get busy again. So with all this going on other platforms, and with Poshmark that I didn't have for a little while, my head is just spinning. If you can associate. So here's what I really think is going on. It's not that I forgot how to resell. Buyers have changed. The buyers have definitely changed, especially since I first started. They're slower, they're more selective, they're looking for very low prices, I'm noticing. And they're more overwhelmed with choices. I mean, there are so many things out there now. It's like I'm looking for a pair of Hoka sneakers. If you know anything about Hokas, let me know. I hear they're like a really good sneaker, and I need a really good sneaker. And I was looking them up, and Hoka 8, I forget what was in between that, was really good for me, it looked like. But if you have any to sell, let me know. I'll come check out your closet. And I'm always happy for you to put your closets down below. Have everybody come check them out. So things aren't moving the way they used to. We know that. So it feels different. And that's because it is different. I want you to make sure you stay with me because I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was starting over reselling in 2026, and just a little of that. But so what would I do now if I was starting this very day with the knowledge I have now, I would not overload myself with inventory. And you know, if you've been watching me, I've spoken about this before. I ended up having too much inventory, renting a thrift store, creating, no, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up opening a thrift store. Yeah. And then I had to buy more inventory for that thrift store. And it just kept going. So now I have lots of inventory in my house that I am moving out. But I would focus on items that people are actually searching for right now. And I would stop assuming that what worked last year is still working. Sometimes what worked a month ago isn't working anymore. So I want to see what's working now. And I think that I know that I have to stop assuming that what sold last year is going to sell this year and it's going to work today. So I would build options. And when I say that, what I mean is not just depend on one platform, of course, and then look in from the very beginning to see what sells on each poshmark, what sells on each platform. See, Poshmark's always on my mind. I'd look at Poshmark, I'd look at Depop. Like now I know that, but if I was starting over again, I would look at every platform and see what's selling. I have hair that's driving me nuts. So why this really matters? Because when sales slow down, it's not just numbers. It affects your confidence, your motivation, your peace. Believe me, I can tell you that for sure now, since I was restricted. It just really affects everything, and I don't want to be sitting there just thinking about the problem, because that's what usually happens. And really, the whole landscape has changed. It's not just me. It's not just my experience or lack of. It is that everything is changing, and I have to change and adapt with it. So if things feel slower now, or like they're just starting to pick back up, you're not behind. You're not doing it wrong. You're just in a different season of reselling, and reselling is in its own season. And we're all figuring this out together. Believe me. Let me know if you've been slower or if it's picking up for you again, what platform you're on. And if this helped you feel even a little more grounded or just a little less alone in this, go ahead and subscribe. It does help the channel, because this is exactly the type of things that I talk about on here. I talk about pretty much everything that has to do with reselling, including thrifting, and just real life, just real selling, just real emotions, and figure out how to go about it all together. I love when you guys leave me comments, because I do take them to heart and listen to them and look things up. And this way, while I'm looking them up for you, I'm learning it too. And I just really enjoy doing these videos, especially when I'm feeling like, oh, I haven't had any sales, or oh, my sales are picking back up. I want to see what's going on with you. So let me know, and let me know what other type videos you'd like to see. I hope you had a happy holiday, whether it was Easter or Passover, if there were any other holidays, and I'll see you again soon.